Hey folks, thanks for joining me. I'm going to be releasing a few little series around what happens behind the scenes with eXp, but I just wanted to share with you a tremendous initiative that National Office eXp has come out with that most certainly is a game changer. So full credit to the National Office and all the team, Courtney and everyone at head office that put this initiative together, because it's something that I call it your one-stop shop. Now, most certainly when I started, I didn't have this available to me. So if you're coming on board and looking at eXp, you're getting the fruits of all what we've tried, tested and learnt, including this little platform. But there's no doubt about it. The most common question, or one of the top three things that we get asked when any agent's looking at maybe making a change, whether it's for better value, whether it's because of culture, lifestyle. But one of the most common questions that comes up in the top three that I quite frequently get from agents that are looking at alternative options and means outside of the traditional ways to do real estate is, hey, Chris, what sort of support do you get? Now, as many of you would know that are following my journey, I'm a practicing listing and selling agent daily. It's my job. It's what I do. It's what I love, and I'll continue to do. And it's definitely a question that I asked before I made a change is, what level of support do we get? Because as agents, we're incredibly busy and there's only so much we can do up to a certain point, depending on what volume of business that you're writing. So I wanted to share with you this initiative because this shows you a little bit behind the scenes, the level of support that we absolutely do get here at eXp. So this little platform in front of you, as you can see on screen here, is called eXp Agent Hub. And as I said before, it's the one-stop shop if you're an agent, okay? So the first step I'm going to show you is the onboarding resources. So at the moment, we're talking to a number of people that might not be coming on board straight away, but are looking at our model and indefinitely are going to be making a decision to change from their current position. So what a number of people are doing is the old try before you buy. I did it myself. Take some time. It's $220 a month, no commitment. You can cancel at any time. Plug in, get underway, and have a look behind the scenes, what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I think that's a great way to do business. You know, it's easy to get into a partnership. It's easier to commit to another office or another model. But if you don't really get to see the internals before committing, it's almost like getting married before you know somebody. So with eXp, before we get married, why don't we just date for a little while and have a look and see for yourself as to what we do and how we do it. So if we click onto the onboarding process, what a number of agents are doing at the moment is they're just joining now, paying the $220 per month and having a look. Whether they come on board in a month or 2 or 3 months, there's no commitment, there's no obligations. But you can see here in the onboarding resources section, we've got weekly onboarding sessions that anyone can join that's looking to join eXp, their sponsor, and it's a weekly Zoom session that occurs online. So you can do it confidently, confidentially, and privately in the comfort of your own home. But first steps, obviously, if you're clicking on the join button, it'll take you through an application process. You've got to fill out some criteria. Once you click submit, it goes through to our wonderful onboarding representative at eXp Corporate Office, Kirsten Fay. Now, I just want to introduce Kirsten Fay, and I'm going to introduce a number of eXp corporate team that you have involvement with as part of coming on board with eXp. But Kirsten's job is essentially to help you with your onboarding process, hold your hand from before day one to day one of arrival and starting at eXp to ongoingly. Her job is to help you along with your sponsor into eXp to make sure that we retain you. Our business model is not about recruitment. We're absolutely about retention. So Kirsten, at some point, if you click the apply now to come on board or trial eXp, will be in touch with you. But you can see here as part of the onboarding process, it kind of takes you through the key steps of what happens. So, you know, you activate your eXp passport once you've joined. You'll receive some emails to download eXp World, Workplace Chat, Facebook. So in a nutshell, those that use Facebook Messenger, well, guess what? eXp has its own chat world like Messenger that's called Workplace in partnership with Facebook. You download your eXp World and Workplace Chat Facebook apps. Agent will receive an email containing your passwords and portals, save links, websites, etc. Agent will receive an email to access, download, shared drive. So we're all cloud-based, everything's online. You get some welcome emails, and then agents are to supply any outstanding documentation to Kirsten to make sure we're compliant. That's also part of her role, onboarding compliance. and then obviously you're set up and underway. The marketing on board process then will commence for yourself. So you get to, the agent attends onboarding meetings to help you with understanding the marketing side of things. You then obviously, get built in and sort of branded within the business as part of all your marketing. You get a welcome email about your agent bio, your photo, all of that's done. Marketing process email. Courtney, who's our marketing manager, which I'll get to in a moment, will set you up. I'll rate my agent, home pass. So all of this, guys and girls, is one touch button. You apply, the team will take care of everything behind you. We don't expect you to ring Agent Box to get access. We don't expect you to ring Home Pass to plug into Home Pass. We don't expect you to ring RP Data to get access. The behind the scenes team at eXp Corporate will take care of this for you as well, okay? So that's the one-stop shop for the onboarding process before day one, before you even commit and come on board fully pledged with eXp. Your hand is held. Jumping over to the training calendar, we have an abundance of training on offer to us, and it is not compulsory. It's not an office environment where we say we need 20 of your salespeople to attend this sales course in the office or this sales training each and every week. It's not a model of where we say we need to get 20 of you in a room to make prospecting calls for the hour together to get a number of appraisals. With eXp, you are your own boss. You have freedom and flexibility to plug, play, commit or not to as much training, mentoring and coaching as you need. This training is provided by eXp, and I'll get to a little bit more additional training outside of eXp in a moment, but you can see here, it just steps you through. Each month, we have a number of training with respect to Agent Box, how to use Core Logic, the contracts overview and processing, listing and marketing a property through to how to work eXp World and do a tour of that, unlocking your leadership potential. So we often get great keynote speakers on behalf of big groups like realestate.com. But you can see there's an abundance of training here monthly. Campaign flow for vendor paid advertising, listing logic, training, social media marketing, what can be done there. So you can see it's as simple as, you know what, I want to attend some social media marketing. I want to click the join training and I can book a session to jump onto that training session. It's as simple as that. Now, external to this is eXp provided training each month. We also have additional resources. So last night, Wednesday, we jumped on board with Hank, who is a big player with revenue share and building a team. He's got around 750 people in his team in the United States. We jump on board to a Zoom call with him every Wednesday evening, 8:30 p.m. And he helps mentor and coach us on how to build a team. Now, again, it's not compulsory. It's voluntary attendance. There are key accountabilities and responsibilities that he expects from you from that session. But again, it's something that if you want to build a team and scale it big like Hank has, 750 people under him is a lot of people. This is a guy who is generating $30,000 to $50,000 a month just in revenue from having 750 people in his team. I bet you bottom dollar I'd plug in to learn from him and listen to what he has to say. The other side of it is we've got access unlimited to Glenn Twiddle and Naomi. So they do a lot of skill sessions each week. Again, non-compulsory, you can plug in. They set a format out before the meeting each week as to what it will be, and you can choose to plug in and learn the skill set of whatever their subject matter is that day. Again, not compulsory. Plug in from the comfort of your home. Generally, these are meetings occurring in the evenings. So like last night with Hank, 8:30 in the evening, I sat here in casuals and I got an hour's worth of absolute premium gold nuggets on what he's done in the States over the last 5 or 6 years to build a mass team of 750 agents, creating incredible revenue stream for himself. No longer listing and selling. And just as of February 1, he's retired and he's only in his early 40s. You can see here we've got an option for marketing resources. So you can download all the eXp logos, the marketing templates, trust account details. But in here, essentially, this is just your one box shop for all things marketing and the process of marketing. So, whether it's adding a supplier of your preference, what the process is to do for that, how to create quotes in Agent Box, to then how to create marketing packages, whatever it might be. There's some campaign track there as well that you can utilize that platform to build your marketing with your suppliers. Myself, I use some local guys and girls, Megan and Dave from Open a View, and they give me the platform to build my marketing outside of campaign track. It's up to you. But again, we've got another key stakeholder internally, Courtney Caraco, who is the marketing and operations manager. So not only do we have an onboarding person that embeds you into the business to focus purely on retention, but then once you're on board, Courtney can step you through all things marketing. Jumping over to the next option, talent attraction. So as I mentioned before with Hank, I'm meeting with Hank 8:30 every Wednesday evening. We can jump on to as many meetings as we want on a weekly basis or as little as we like. But you can see here, we've got some local eXp eXplained sessions that generally occur every Wednesday on a fortnight, where you can jump on board and they'll talk to you about how to recruit, how to talent attract, or if you're somebody new that's starting out or looking into eXp before onboarding, this is a great session to jump into because it's just basically an insight session. There's a lot of misconception out there at the moment, I'm finding, with eXp. A lot of the conversations I'm having is just purely around helping, educating. A lot of the facts that are floating around aren't actually correct. So this section actually provides a lot of transparent insight about the whole eXp model. So again, you can plug it in anytime, even if you're not on board. But you can see we've got our wonderful leaders, Stephen Lee, who's the international expansion leader here in Australia, Emily Morgan, who is our managing licensee for Victoria, and Rob Davis, again, managing licensee from WA. Jumping over to the next point here, so transaction resources. So this here will just step you through simply what happens behind the scenes with support to you and I as agents when we're processing contracts, what happens from that point to settlement and the level of support that you get. So it'll step you through here, all the process around handling of deposits, trust receipting, which I have nothing to do with, but it's self-explanatory as to the level of the back-end support that we get. And again, that's headed up by the wonderful Emily Geary. It's good to put a face to the name, folks, as to people that you can expect to deal with if you jump on board with eXp. A little bit about compliance, probably the stuff us agents switch off with more so than find interesting. But yeah, we do have compliance check processes, which is great because, let's be honest, I'm not the best at paperwork, and I'm sure most agents are, and I'm sure, you know, having somebody check your paperwork is really important. I know a lot of offices out there that paperwork often isn't checked and it's just process, which leaves people like you and I exposed, our licenses exposed, and litigation risk. So these guys just support us with compliance checking to make sure you and I do the right thing and stay out of jail, and we can keep doing what we're doing until whenever. Settlement resources. So this just talks about what happens at time of settlements with respect to deposits, the all important our commissions, and so forth. Again, that's headed up by Emily Geary, who handles that point of contract to settlement, and also supported there by Michelle Christie. So Agent Drive. So we use Agent Box. I love Google Drive. I store a fair bit in there as well, but I pretty much put most of my documents with respect to a property in Agent Box because it's got the ability to hold documents for you. But this just shows you the access that we've got in terms of Google Drive. If you need logos, if you need to understand a listing process, a listing presentation, whatever it might be that you need as a hot topic talking point, everything's in here. COVID compliance, Agent Box, agent photos, account administration. But yeah, it's just obviously a centralized location where everything's saved. Frequently asked questions. So, you know, obviously it just explains to you if you get this sort of question, what is eXp Passport? Just a quick hints and tips guide. And then lastly, contact us. So you've got Stephen Lee, International Expansion Leader, as I said. You've got Michelle Christie, who is the real estate business partner of the business. Donna Wallace, she's the important lady. She takes care of all finances and most importantly pays us. You've got marketing and operations, Courtney, as I mentioned. Then you've got managing licensees in Victoria, Emily Morgan, Rob Davis in WA. onboarding and operations, Kirsten Fay, and contracts and transactions, Emily Geary. Tech support, you may have heard before, but we've got unlimited free tech support at eXp. So you get to see all those wonderful faces and you get to deal with them on a daily, regular basis as much as you need it. But that's all there for $220 per month. Bolt in, plug away, and you're good to go. These are some of our partners that are aligned with eXp. And that is it, folks. So I just wanted to share that with you because support is a contentious talking point with a lot of agents that are looking to make or consider a move. And I can assure you the support is unlimited here at eXp. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and stay tuned because I'm going to be running these quick little eXp series just to share with you a little bit of insight about my journey. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Jansen, eXp. Until the next episode, it's bye for now.